Is me, the captain, again. Once again, without my dear skipper. She is working today. So, I am going to do a movie review for Step Brothers, the comedy with Will Ferrell. And I went to see this movie, and I was very surprised by his language, for lack of a better word. It was very, it was not the language you would use around a child, that's all I have to say. It was very colorful types of words that they used, but it was very funny. Because the way they said it, it was meant to be funny. It wasn't just random stuff, it was said in the dialogue. And the dialogue was really creative and funny. I just thought the plot was a little weird. And the fact that they were 40-year-old men, they acted like they were 10 or 11. They acted like my brother and like his cousin if they were to live together when they're 30 or 40. So that was a little weird, but it was funny. And there were a lot of stars, I guess you could say, but I thought that the ending was very heartwarming, and, it was a typical Will Ferrell movie in that it was not amazing acting. It was all slapstick kind of comedy. It wasn't meant to be like an award winner or anything. They weren't really shooting high with it. Low budget. But it was entertaining, and I thought it was funny. It's one of the movies where you remember the lines and you use them. Like, you talk to your friends who you've seen it with. That's the kind of movie. It's the kind of movie where you remember the lines and you say them. And every day, you use like Borat or Talladega Nights, all those movies that you remember lines, because they're just so, they're like the perfect comedy dialogue, and you remember it. That's the kind of movie it was. I found myself thinking about it. But, it was funny. It was very, adult. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it for anyone under 16. Because it was very bad language, and there was some adult, types of themes. But I thought it was funny. I wouldn't give it any higher than a B+. It was a typical Will Ferrell comedy movie. But what I really liked about it was that he wrote it with, the other actor, John C. Reilly. And I think I really like movies where the actors write them themselves and they produce it and they direct it and they, come up with the story, because I think they really put more into the movie if they wrote it, because they know the characters, they know, they have their own idea because they came up with it, and they really kind of, I don't know, I just think it's, I guess, in a way special when you write your own movie and you're in your own movie and you direct it and you produce it with your friend who's in the movie. I think that's kind of cool, and I respect them for that. I thought it was great. It reminded me a lot about my brother, my stepbrother. It reminded me a lot of that. Just kind of that at the beginning you don't like them, and you say that you hate them because you're kind of confused and you don't know what's going on, but then after a while you start to like them, you start to become friends, and then, chaos ensues in the house with the bedroom scene where they asked their parents, and they're 40 years old, they asked them, can we turn our beds into bunk beds? it would give us more room for activities. I mean, it was just like, it just brought back lots of memories. I thought, and I think it brings back a lot of memories for everybody about their childhood. I think that's one of the reasons why it's so funny, is because you can relate to it, and that's the best kind of movies, when you feel like you've been there or you understand. It's not like a movie where you're totally confused. It was really, people who have siblings, it's really great. And I would recommend it for people who love comedy and who aren't afraid of a little bad language and some inappropriate. Once you get past the fact that they're saying these words, it's really great. It was funny. I laughed really hard. I fell out of my seat, actually. I literally fell out of my seat. It was great. And I just don't take your kids to it if they're younger than 16. And if you do, you know, just be cool with it. They'll like it. It's funny. It's rated R for a reason. And I realize that one's like out there. But yeah, I give it a B plus maybe. For, you know, their standards were low, but it was enjoyable, it was funny. It was one of those movies where you could just watch it and just kind of laugh, even when you're alone. It's great. Oh, that was awesome. And so I hope that helped. And keep watching and tell me if you want to review a movie. If you want me to review any movie, I mean, I've seen them all, and if I haven't, I will watch it within 24 hours, and I will watch it, and I will do your review. So, the captain is out. Over and out.